So today we're going to jump into a whole bunch of different subjects. We're going to do client leads, iBuyer. Who loves iBuyer? Oh, whoa, what happened? Okay, and then listing presentations. We're going to do that today. And we're going to work on listing presentations and how they're going to work for you with iBuyer. That's the connection for me. It's how you're going to go out on a listing and compete with iBuyer platform, okay? So we're going to go over all that. We're going to dispel some of those myths going on with the iBuyer stuff. So right now, what I want to do though is you all have, we're going to do a quick client thing. You all have bubbles in front of you that look red and green and blue and purple. No, I'm kidding. They're yellow and green. No one shook their head when I said blue. Any burning questions right now before I start on this? Yeah. Yeah? You have a burning question? No? You need this. Cool. All right. Everybody constantly in interviewing me asks me, oh, go ahead.
Where do you like your... We can't figure out where to hit like.
Hey, Gonzo, didn't... Oh, sorry, it's subscribe. Okay. You got it, thank you, my bad. I used a Facebook word. Don't like the page, subscribe, please. Thank you for asking me. 6 marketing campaigns. So one of the things that keeps coming up with all the interviews that are on that page is the interviewers are talking to me about what is it that you're doing to keep high ROI? Because one of the things that we are very proud of in our business is that Darren and I have a business that we get to take 60 days off every year. We take a couple months. We work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, sometimes a little bit on a Saturday, but we have our Sundays off. We have a very even-keeled, balanced life, right? And that's not by accident, that's by design. And so that seems to be a hot topic in our industry is people keep interviewing me, asking me how we did that and how we continually maintain that kind of business. And then the other question is, well, how does that relate to ROI? Because if you listen to some of the Pat Hyben podcasts, which are really cool, you'll hear a guy make $400,000 and he took home 180. Okay, that's not bad. But you'll hear other people make $400,000 and take home 280. And ROI is very important, and that's part of being a business owner. We have to look at numbers and what gives us the best return on investment, right? So one, I'm gonna keep losing this guy. Sorry, we're gonna have to do a little pull. He's in too tight. Can you keep, thank you. Thank you. Thanks, James. So one of the things we do with ROI that keeps us really tight on numbers is we take care of who first? Who's got that answer? Who do you take care of first? Yourself. Self first, and then second, who are we going for as far as lead gen? Referral based, absolutely, because there's, how many of you know 100 people or more? Right? That's 100 people who like, love, and trust you already. That's 100 salespeople on your sales force already. How hard is it for me to have a conversation with any of you right now versus the stranger outside that door? So much easier for me to come. I know all of you. We all know each other. I can easily come up and talk to David. It's not a problem. It's a lot less stressful and I don't have to be shy. You know what I'm saying? It's a little weird sometimes in the grocery store trying to pick up a client, right? So it's easier when you work with people who like, love, and trust you, so why wouldn't we take care of them first? So I would encourage you to take your systems and get in place how you're gonna take care of them first. So if we're starting all over, right? You said we're gonna clean and refresh. I would say start over with clients. So I'm gonna give you, these are the ways we take care of clients. I want you to write down on a piece of paper what you're going to do to email the client every single month. I use a product that is super, super accepted, like to crazy numbers. If you email a newsletter, will they read it? No. Probably not. If you email statistics from MLS, are they going to read it? No. Probably not. What will they read in an email? Mind you, they're being bombarded. I have 200 emails when I wake up every morning just to start my day. So we're being bombarded. We can't get rid of them fast enough, right? So there's a product out called HomeBot. HOMEBOT.
Oh yeah, get that through your lender.
Mm-hmm. So HomeBot is really, really cool because it's an interactive email that allows the client to watch and monitor their loan and their home pricing. Now, does anybody know what a good rate on an email open is? We strive to get a percentage of emails open. Does anybody know what that is? What's a good rate? 20% is around your range there. If you can get 20% open rate, you're really doing well. And if you can get those folks if 50% of them to click, it would be a miracle in itself on an email, right? My HomeBot email gets over 90% open and click every month. Never fails. So I know for a fact that after mailing that out for the last 6 months that it does really, really well. The reason is because people can see that their house is worth $359,000 and they can click a button and it says, what if I added $100 a month to my mortgage? It says, you'll pay it off in 19 years. You'll save $37,000. Or what if I pay it off with $200 extra a month? It lets them play with all these little calculators on the email and it keeps constantly showing them new ways to pay off their loan. It also tells them, hey, is it a good time to refi? I just heard rates went down. Yes on a 15, no on a 20, no on a 30. It actually tells them what loan, right? It actually helps them with all different aspects of their house. And one of my millennials said he thinks for him, it's like the stock market. Every time he opens it up, he's like, my equity went up. And he gets all giddy because he's watching this email to see what's happening. It also educates them constantly. So when I get a phone call that they need to sell, they already have a pretty darn good idea of where they're in. If they haven't, it's an AVM. Everybody know what that is? It's an automatic evaluation system. Zillow is an AVM. RPR through MLS is an AVM. And HomeBot uses AVMs. And so what happens is they get in there and they start looking at the numbers. And I've had a couple that are odd. And they click on a button that says, this is not the right pricing. They just click the button and it automatically sends me a note. It says, Tony Ray, they want to have you check pricing. Immediately, it's flagging me that we have a conversation that we get to have. I get to talk to my client. I get to find out what's going on, what they're thinking. I get to be their real estate consultant. I get to show them value one more time, right? So the product is really cool. You get the product by calling Tom Heath. Do you know what it cost?
$49.
Based on the size of the database, and we for markets who split the cost, I believe it's $100, and then you pay 50, you pay 50, we pay 50.
So let's say it's $50 a month, and then you get it's all on automation, and every one of your clients gets emailed every month on the system, and you don't have to do anything. If you get a new lead, if you get somebody who comes in on a lead, a buyer lead, it actually has a buyer program now that you plug them in and it lets them start monitoring the buyer market. So it works for buyers and for sellers, and the email is set it and let it go.
Half of that, it's 50, and you pay 25, so it's 25.
It just went down by $25 right here in this room, people. Woo! Yeah, that's awesome. So sold, right? So you call Tom Heath, his team has it set up. That's how it works. You easily get in there. Tom Heath cannot see your database and you cannot see his. It's okay? So everybody has confidential information. But you're both on a shared email, and if they say, I want to know about refinancing or I want loan information, they can click and send him a direct message that he can talk to them, get him information, and then pick up the phone and call you and say they need you now. So it's really awesome how this toy works, okay? All right. Any questions about HomeBot?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the email that they get is specifically for their home. Is
Correct.
that correct?
Every single one.
And so we have to give them information on that. Otherwise, how are they getting that particular information?
It's a good question. Everybody hear what she asked? So how do they get the information? So it's a CRM. Everybody knows that, right? Everybody know what that is? What is it? Customer Retention Management. It is a CRM. You can manually go in at any time and you can put in their address and their name and their email. You can manually put it in. We took our CRM and downloaded the CRM into an Excel spreadsheet and uploaded from the Excel spreadsheet right into HomeBot. The HomeBot system gives you little tiny ads that you can throw on Facebook or Instagram, and it says, what's my home worth? And if they click on it, it lets them put in their email and their home address, and it instantly gives them the information behind the scenes. And it instantly sends you a little note that says you have a new lead because they've come in and asked how much their home is worth. So it's actually going to notify you. So if you're into Facebook, social media, there's a really great way to start getting advertising out on what is your home worth. They have a buyer's ad and a seller's ad. And you could actually make your own ads and use the link. So that gets a little more sophisticated, but it's all done for you. So it's super easy and super cool. Sound fun?
So the HomeBot is actually a CRM?
HomeBot has a CRM in it. It's not a great CRM. It's not the CRM you're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not the droid you're looking for. It is a CRM, it's a basic, but it only holds, you can only put so much data on them. It's not like a CRM like I would use to manage all of my client data with birthdays and all that stuff.
But can you combine it with another CRM?
You can actually download and upload any files from one to another because they all use Excel or something like that too. Yeah, good question. Okay? All right, so email is one way to get, and I'm just wanting to make sure you knew about HomeBot today. The other way, so if you were to say these are the systems I'm putting in place, if you're not gonna do the email right off the bat, then you could go, hey, I'm gonna put Facebook Live videos up every month. What day are you gonna put them up? When are you gonna do it? When are you gonna put a Facebook Live video? I'm asking you to sit down and put on your calendar something you're gonna do on Facebook every week, every day, every month, every other, I don't care, but can you put it into some sort of system and put it on your calendar? Because what happens as we get busy? We all forget to do the stuff that needed to be done to make the business come in 90 days to 120 days. And so we just had, for example, we just went through a remodel on a kitchen and outside and the inside and all parts of the house, which I'll shoot myself, I don't ever do that. It was the stupidest thing ever. So we just lived through 4 or 5 months of remodel and a puppy, same time, right? That puppy right there, this little one, right? So we're living through that and a remodel, and I don't know where I was going with that. The problem is that we were going through this remodel and we're trying to do business, and all of a sudden I said to Darren one day, holy crap, we are so behind because we have not been paying attention. Well, our numbers are behind. They're behind like 3 million. We're behind $100,000 in income. We're behind. The puppy and the remodel are costing us a fortune, right? And so as soon as I got it, as soon as I saw my numbers and I went, holy crap, I've been slacking because I'm exhausted, we picked up, right? And I said, let's start making sure everything's in process. We dropped the ball somewhere. So when I did, I figured out what we had dropped the ball on. We picked right back up, and we had 8 escrows in 30 days, just like that, okay? So we're back on track, but I did screw up and lose money, but I did, we did our remodel. So my point with all that is, it's really imperative that you're constantly scheduled for the things that need to be done to go after lead generation and to make these things happen, because it's really super easy as you get really busy just to it can go away, right? It can be done. And then you're chasing rainbows again in 90 days, and it's tough, right? And we all do it. All of us have these problems, right? So I'm asking you, what day are you gonna put in an hour a week to put on Facebook ads, Facebook posts, Facebook whatever? You can schedule Facebook way in advance. You could just get them all done in 1 3-hour period for the whole month. But I want you to get on Facebook. Why are we on Facebook? Your friends are there, right? Your clients are there. And if you don't have every one of your clients' Facebook URLs, then go back and get them. In my CRM, it shows me little Facebook icons and Instagram icons. It shows me every social media icon because we've put that in. I don't ask for just name, address, email, and birthday. I ask for every social media link they have. I want to be there where they are, right? I want to go where they hang out. My job with this is to see them every way I can. I want them to see me in their email inbox. I want them to see me in their mailbox. I want them to see me on social media. I want them to hear me on the phone. I want them to see my crazy text messages. I want them to come to my home and party with me. Now I constantly am putting myself in front of them, but more importantly for me, I'm getting to see my friends, because these are all my friends. I attract and we only work with the people we like and love, so we have all these fun people. 250 can show up to my house and we have a blast, okay? So that's the importance of this. So we're gonna continue with this, but right now I've got a special guest speaker for you who's the queen of mail, right? Her name is Dawn Vandeveer. I've been working with Dawn for, I don't even know. Oh my God, she said decades. I feel like I'm just aged like 100 years. So we've been working together for decades, and she is the sage of postal. This woman knows everything about how to get mail into mailboxes at really low prices, stuff you wouldn't believe. So Dawn is on my hot list for snail mail, right? So we do different types of snail mail get into our clients' mailboxes and have them keep things in their house so they keep staring at us. And Dawn's gonna go over, up until our first break at about 10 minutes till, Dawn's gonna go over in a rapid fire speed all the cool things that you can do with mail. When we're done with that, we're taking a 10-minute break, and Dawn will have stuff at the table back there. So you can go over and chat with Dawn and get her business card, and you can talk to her later, because there's a lot of you in here that work with Dawn already, and she's amazing.
So as Tony Ray said, I am a postal diva. I've been working in the direct mail arena for a long, long time. And how many of you out here use direct mail?
No.
Awesome. Yeah. Now, what's great about it is it's something that's tactile, people can hold on to, and when the information is good and relevant, they're going to hold on to it for a long time. And they can also take it with them, if they choose, wherever they want to go. And I have a lot of people saying to me, why direct mail? It's so old school. You do Facebook, you do social media, you do email, you do billboards, you do XM radio, etc. And I don't disagree. You have to do all of those things because you're inundated with between 4,000 and 10,000 messages a day. So you're competing with a lot of different voices out there. But direct mail, I get from Google every couple of months. So if Google is sending me direct mail, do you think it's sent? And notice one of the tabs up here that you all are going to talk about is that new player in the market, Open Door. I have gotten 3 different pieces of mail from them at my house in the last 6 days. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to very quickly, roll through some really interesting direct mail pieces that are going to capture your recipient's attention. I'm going to talk a little bit about postage, but I really want to get your creative juices going and start thinking about creative ways to use this consistently to stay in touch with your audience. On my old school thing, I'm going to bring my happy little template, which is like a true postal geek. There are different categories that the post office uses that is going to determine how your mail is produced and how much it's going to cost. Let's get that into play. Now, first of all, we're going to look at this. We're going to look at this, and we're going to look at this. What do we think these all are? Flyers.
Mail.
Flyers, postcards. That's what we see them as. The postcard sees this, the Postal Service sees this as a postcard, this is a letter, and this is a flat. They all have separate postal processing rules and rates. This, first class, 35 cents, first class, 55 cents, first class, $1. Now, if you're doing discounted mail, 200 pieces or more, this is going to cost you, for mailing in the Tucson area, anywhere from 25 to 30 cents each. And this is going to cost you 25 to 30 cents each, because the post office sees these as the same thing in bulk mail. This one, around the Tucson area, is going to be about 35 to 60 cents, depending on how concentrated your mailing list is. But they also have another product that you can mail this to people at less than 19 cents each, 0.187. The post office a few years ago introduced a retail product called Every Door Direct Mail. Has anyone heard of it?
Woohoo!
Awesome.
This group. This group right here. Woohoo!
So what this product is, it's called Every Door Direct Mail, and it literally means you are going to mail this mail piece to every mailbox on that specific carrier's route. So a lot of times, it's a great way to use it for farming. It's like, I want to own this neighborhood. You can go online, you can look at the free map. Do you want me to pull up the map, or?
No, I think we're good because it's a lot, but.
It's a lot. So USPS.com, you can Google USPS.com, Every Door Direct Mail. Just make sure you hit the one that has USPS in it, otherwise you're going to hit all these online shippers and mailers who are going to, it's not going to be stuff with it. So, with that in mind, let me show you Google. Now this, it's in an envelope, but you can't mail it, it's too small. It has to be at least 3.5 inches by 5. Things you can do with the letter category, you can affix magnets, and Tony Ray does an envelope magnet every year around football season, because I know I get one and it stays in my file cabinet all season. Now, one of the things I mentioned in email, if you want to get it to grab somebody's attention and hold on to it, there's a stat out that research was done. If you can engage 3 or more of the senses, you're going to be remembered. Remember ratio is going to go up like 70%. So think about your mail in terms of how does it feel, how does it look, and even it can be how does it smell. Here's a little low cost trick. These, you all have some of them on your table, are scratch and sniff labels. And when you put something like that on it, because as I look around, as soon as I said scratch and sniff, everybody reached forward and now become engaged with it. So now you're at 3 senses. You can do sound, you can do all sorts of things. So I'm going to run through 5 Watch me, I promise you'll never look at your mailbox again. Credit card companies are the best. Use this because you will notice. You may not pay attention to it, but when you touch it, they're putting in special types of coatings, so you're feeling it. So if you're going through click, all of a sudden that sense of touch comes in. So I'll stop. Pay attention to it a little bit more. If you're in the green environment, you can do things like this, which are printed on recycled soda bottles. So once again,
that's cool.
Substrate. Do it. You want to get really jazzy? You can implement sound cards. There are online vendors that you can actually just order 25 of them and record your own message. So that's a great personal time. So you might want to think about incorporating that for birthdays and things like that.
Wait, that's a really, I haven't seen that. That's an awesome idea for your top 100 clientele, is to send out personal messages in cards on birthdays, handwritten note, a personal message hearing your voice, and it's a birthday card. I would write that one down.
There's a lot of attention, and that's the thing.
That's a cool one.
Never jeopardize, because I can talk about how to get your postage down to 19 cents each, which is very attractive and it's awesome, but don't ever disregard plastic mail. That personal note. You want to make sure that when you're doing that bulk discounted mail, you always have to have at least 200 pieces, or in terms of Every Door Direct Mail, if that carrier's route has 1,500 people on it, you have to mail to all 1,500 people. So, but most of the carrier routes in Tucson are around 500. But with that Every Door Direct Mail project, you can get creative. Shows things like this, and that sound card could mail for 19 cents each. Here's something that's tactile engaging, a bright blue envelope, and you've got inside a little puzzle. Hey, it can solve your real estate puzzles. And Every Door Direct Mail is great for open houses and things like that. You can insert things like luggage tags. All of these things are flexible and they mail. I would also encourage you to use color. On my envelopes, I use color front and back. I have a great open rate, whether it's just a regular letter or a bulk mail letter. Products that are out there, which are fun and splashy, lenticular, captures your attention, the image. How many of you remember the old Cracker Jacks boxes? This was one of them. This is a little prestige for my favorite items. Now there's a lot to postal rules, so just remember flexibility. Just like things like this, you could stick in a note card and mail. You could do this bulk as well. It's a little real estate house, so if you're going after that over 50 market when we need a jar opener, that's a good one.
When we use jar.
As long as they're flexible, you can mail this little package at everywhere direct mail rates at less than 19 cents because although it's in that letter size, it exceeds one of their dimensions, which is a 1/4 inch thickness. So by default, it goes up to the next category, which you literally can mail everywhere direct mail, 12 inches in height, 15 inches in length, and no greater than 3/4 of an inch in thickness. That's a lot. It can't weigh more than 3.3 ounces in everywhere direct mail. But if you wanted to send out a pen, you could do that because this has a flexible little background. If it didn't have it, and you just mail it like this would cost you over $3 because it goes to a different postal category because it's rigid. We can mail it parcel rate. So I'm not going to bore you with all the rules, but I just want to point out that it is something that you need to take into consideration. You can also use, talk a lot about everywhere direct mail. These are fun. Mail typically needs to be rectangular in shape. You could mail this. I would not recommend it because it's a hassle. You would have to, it's going to cost you more than 50 cents each. You're going to have to take it to the main post office and then every station where your recipients live and deliver there. Or you could be creative, not lose any impact, and get more real estate by putting it in a clear cellophane container. Or to get people around the holidays who want to put this in their computer. But now it can mail for 19 cents, and you've got all of this real estate to put your message out. Any of you groups in the audience? In the audience, listen to me. All right. So people like to connect with people who have similar shared interests. And what if you were to target your neighborhood with these? You could put a little recipe on it. And this is physically with a label which just says postal customer and it will require everywhere direct mail indicia. So you don't need their information at all. You could mail this out at 19 cents each. So it's a little flexible cutting board. If your neighborhood is like Sarito, Rancho Vistoso, you love kids activities, you want to have a coloring contest to have the kids in the neighborhood to bring them to your open house, this is something low cost that you could actually just do on your own printer. Get your 65-pound index paper from Kelly, print it on your printer. Or for those of you who are with Lawn or Tierra Antigua, you can print using their copiers for free. So this you can do everywhere direct mail. You can just download some free vector art, put some stuff, tips on pool safety, put the little indicia, local postal customer is all you need, bundle them up, and you can mail those for less than 19 cents each.
Don, can I stop you on that? So on newsletters, how many people have free printing at their office? Okay, so if you have free printing at your office, all you'd have to do is go get a colored paper, right, Don? The Kelly papers, right, on Grant Road near Oracle. You go to Kelly Paper Warehouse. You ask them for colored paper that is postal paper. That has to be approved by the post office. You get colored paper. You could start your own newsletter, which we have a class we teach. It'll be in those. It'll be on there. But we have a newsletter. You could create a newsletter for nothing, because all you're going to do is spend 3 hours to create the thing and get it ready. But if you get to print for free, the only cost you have is to buy the paper at Kelly Paper. That might cost you $15. Then at 19 cents a piece, you can get into 500 mailboxes in an area you want to farm for less than $100. So for less than $100, you could probably pull off 500 mailboxes with printing and everything. That's a crazy number when you start thinking big instead of thinking in, I just want to hit this little tiny neighborhood with 58 homes because it's going to cost a fortune. It's actually less expensive to hit 500 because you can do that. So that's cool, right? So if you don't know if you don't have free printing, I would be checking with your offices because I guess Long Realty does it. I know Tierra does it. There are other offices that do it, so that's pretty cool. All you have to do is buy some paper with some color in it, and you can start a newsletter into a farm.
And so, yeah, you could do the EDDM newsletter. Now you're doing an EDDM newsletter. It can't be like this, it's too small. Has to be like this, and it mails. So this way it's going to mail for 25 cents. This way, EDDM, 19 cents. Go figure, right? But it's a great way to do that. Take advantage. And with Tierra and Long, your offices already have a bulk permit that you can use. So you can get that discounted mail. Either company can get you the labels. So it's a really great way to get started. Either through a farm list or every door direct mail, which every door direct mail you gotta take everybody in there. Just another little fun idea. Something like a fan, maybe an envelope. You're going to look at houses during the summer. Send that out, take a tour with me.
That could be cool for like U of A stuff, not putting U of A stuff on it, but making a football picture or something to indicate in the hot months right at the beginning of the football season, mail that out with a calendar so they could take the fan to the games and stuff. Yeah.
And what's a great idea, and what's the other great thing about that, when someone's taking it to the game, whose logo's all over it? Yours. So once again, you're part of those 10,000 messages a day, but your brain is capturing all of that information. So you really want to be as many places as you can in front of that audience. Email, Facebook, social media, direct mail. So we did this. If you want to be really, because this is marketing on a dime, if you want to be really low cost, you could get this tape, the Afterbright paper, 65-pound index, 8.5 by 11. See, call me. I'm the best realtor ever. You can put your information on the back, and you can take these printed 8.5 by 11. Go to FedEx, Kinko's, or Office Max. They will cut these. They charge $1 a cut. So they can just cut them down.
Wait, it's not $1 per page, $1 per cut. So if you have 500, the saw cuts all 500 for $1. I know, I saw eyeballs light up like $1 a piece. Yeah, so any stack, you could cut a stack for $1, and then now you've got 2. This works great for open house postcards and all those things too. If you're making something that needs to go, that you're doing on your own printer, it's great to go get them cut. Then they're nice and clean. Who's been using the blade thing? I know, just admit, thank you. I have one. I used to cut them by hand.
I have tested prototypes. I take prototypes of different things, test them out, and that's why I use those local resources like that. Do not spend your time cutting them out when they can do it like that. But what every door direct mail gives you as well is that ability. How many of you ever had that idea at 1 o'clock in the morning? I want to do it. I've got my listing, my open house this weekend. It's Wednesday. I woke up. I want to get something out. You can literally do it yourself or go to your office printer, put something in effect like that. Like maybe you're going to have a little wine tasting at your open house. This has a little type of wines that you're going to serve. Make people bring it back in, and they can use it as their little plate thing. But this would qualify for every door direct mail. You can literally come up with this idea at 2 o'clock in the morning, go to your office, print it off, bundle it up, do it EDDM, take it to your post office that afternoon. It can be in their mailboxes the next day or the day after. So that's a great way for those creative off-the-cuff ideas. Now you can do things that are a little bit more planned, which this is a great promo around the 4th of July holiday. They had wishing everybody happy 4th of July, and then it had the sight glasses in it, which the fireworks sight glasses. So you see the fireworks in a different tells everywhere. Once again, size is important. This meets the size qualifications for every door direct mail. 19 cents each. If you're to mail first class, it's going to be a disaster because it's too short. They might charge you $3. So there are all these different postal rules, like I said. Fun creative things. Halloween is coming up. People love Halloween. You can leverage that. Here's a fun little X-ray scale that can be mailed. Mentioned sports schedules. I recommend, Tony Ray does the newsletter, you do the sports program, so I know at certain times of the year, I'm going to get communication from him. I open up my mailbox, I see that yellow newsletter, I know he sent me something, because he's branded that, because he's done it consistently. So I'm an advocate for starting small, being consistent and repetitive, but then give your people something that they are going to get used to getting once a year. They get used to it. So I work in the mailing industry, and I have product lists that I get. Well, my list vendor every year sends me the new postcards because they go up every January. So it's great. It's a Did you see her face in the site? In a quick glance, I can say, oh yeah, your mail could be 36 cents each, or your mail could be 79 cents. So what is it that you have to offer your clients that repeats on an annual basis? Think about that, make it fun, and leverage it. If you love pets, I've done that in my business, and I'm a pet person, I mail out lists of upcoming pet events, and people love it. And I use it as prospecting. And I will walk into a business 3 months later, and they'll come along. I have time for it. Going back in and say, hey, I sent you this stuff, and wait, let me come back. 6 months later, she went back to her office, brought this out, and it's like, I saved this because the information was good. One, it was huge, so it captured your attention, but the content was good too. Like I said, this I mailed out, because I had a targeted list, animal-related businesses, so my postage on this was about 40 cents. Because if you wanted to send this out to your neighborhood, it would be DM 90 cents. And I'm showing you this has to be at least, this is your maximum height. This is as large as you can go in that category.
Does that have a key on it? Does it have a car key?
No, this one doesn't,
But now you know how they do the car keys, right?
this one does.
Right. So that's how they're doing car keys with Every Door Direct. For 19 cents, they're putting car keys in your mailbox.
So what would you rather do? Spend more money on postage or more money on your premium and your printing and your message, maybe more of a tactile experience, maybe an extra coating that even has a scratch sticker on it. But yes, this qualifies because it doesn't exceed 1/4 inch in uniform shape.
So you have a ton of products that would go Every Door Direct mail, right? So there's no way in a day she could show you all the fun stuff she has. But what she can do is if you meet with her, talk to her on the phone, whatever that is, she knows mail like nobody else, and she knows products like nobody else. And so she also knows budget. So if you would say to her, I want to spend this amount a month, I want to hit this group of people, and I want to be most effective this way, she's going to have a ton of suggestions for you on how to achieve your goals and put that into a system. And what I'm asking you to do is put direct mail in as a system, whether that's doing just doing my newsletter, whether it's doing fun stuff to your clients like the birthday card that talks, which I totally want the information on that, by the way. No matter what it is, that is a system we want to put on place with the 6 bubbles here. I want you to put a system in place to get them an email every month and get them a snail mail every month. I'm going to tell you right now, if everybody did this in 6 to 8 months, I guarantee you guys are picking up business more than you had from your clients because you're in front of them. Right? And that's what you need to be, is in front of them. She knows all the ways to get in front of them. There's some cool toys out there for data mining. Fidelity National Title has an amazing toy out there that you can talk to Denise about that we're using right now. And Dawn has another data mining program. It's a little more labor intense, but if you have no money, she can get you into basic data mining through the library and show you how to put projects together with her to get mail out. And then when you have more money and you're running the system and you're making money from generating leads, you can jump into the Fidelity creme de la creme systems, right? And Fidelity's is not that expensive, but it has more toys to it. So, Dawn, we're out of time. Dawn is going to be here for you. Are you going to stay most of the day for breaks? So as you want to talk to her, get her business card, she's going to have stuff back here too for you to talk about. Does anybody have any questions that are just burning right now for Dawn?
What is that little thing?
Oh, she teased you all day with that, didn't she?
So it's actually, I'll show you over here, but it can mail flat. And then the people can build it. It just has 2 pieces of tape, but it's like a puzzle, so it mails flat. So if you wanted to do some type of campaign, raising money for whomever, sending out to a neighborhood.
Does it have a little slit in it for a piggy bank or something?
You can,
Nice.
but it can be expanded. The original die doesn't. This was just a dog cookie box, but it can fold. So I have the folded example over here. I'm happy to show you.
I could also see you taking that to people's offices, clients' offices with dog treats in it for your dog lovers, right? Have you done that?
I've done that, won a regional award, and picked up 3 new clients.
So these are fun things that are cost effective, but really ROI effective. Because that's what I'm always looking at is how can I get the most bang for my buck? Because I don't want to spend $1,000 to make another 1,000. I want to spend 1,000 to make 20,000. I want 20 ROI, not 2 ROI, right? And does anybody know what's acceptable right now in the industry as ROI? It's like people are accepting 2 as ROI. That's not ROI. I'll give you $1, you give me $2. I mean, that's not bad at a poker table, I get it. But reality is, why aren't you doing something that gets you $20 per dollar? That's ROI, okay?